Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item. Current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Why does it hurt so bad? Why do I feel so sad? Thought I was over you, but I keep crying when I don't love you. So why does it hurt so bad? I thought I would let you go, so why does it hurt me so? Gotta get you out of my head. It hurts so bad, hurts so, does it hurt so, does it hurt so, hurts so bad.
My life's been better since the day I left you, boy. My life's been kind to me. I went and did the things I said I would do, boy. I found someone who loves me for me, yeah. Haven't had much drama since the day that we split, boy. My heart's never been more at ease. And when I think of all the things you put me through, leaving you has been the best thing for me. So, wah ha ha, wah ha ha. Whoa ha ha, whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha. Whoa ha 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 ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha. Whoa ha 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 ha. Whoa ha 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 ha. Whoa ha 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 ha. Whoa ha whoa ha whoa ha ha ha. Whoa ha 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 ha.
Wah, 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 ha, wah, ha, ha.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blackest Show about nothing. It's Jade and XD.
Jade is in the house. XD's in the house. And Abe. And Noah. Jade and XD's definitely in the house.
Sing, Tasha!
Right, we need more Tashas. We said the kids don't have Tashas. We got to give them Tashas.
Well, Tasha is more in line with the Summer Walkers of the world.
Oh.
Or like if Light Skin Keisha would sing.
Please, good. Please don't. Woo, please don't.
Anywho. Yeah, and we're back for another episode of the Blackest Show.
Light Skin Keisha. Wouldn't that be? Oh my God. Drag Light Skin Keisha Cole. Yes. Or I'll be Light Skin Keisha Knight Puyam. And I'll come in with that sweater that Rudy wore with the fish where the little light went out and she stole the money. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, welcome back to the Blackest Show about nothing. How was your week?
It was a good week. As you were listening to this, I'm gone. I'm on vacation, and I'm not going to tell you where till I come back. Unfortunately, somebody ruined that for Europe. Ruined that for y'all because of Europe. You put the ojo malo on me. You put the bad eye.
Oh, no.
You put the evil.
Oh no.
So I ain't telling you where I'm going, but I'm on vacation and I'm very happy to be here. And and it's just been a week of getting ready for that and it's a much needed vacation. So
yeah.
What about you?
I work, chilling, relaxing, nothing really. I will say this daylight savings time shit has gotten your girl down bad. And normally I'm okay with it, but somehow this year, fucked up.
What's happening? Is it like, do you feel like you just got back from Russia or what's going on?
Yeah, like you know how when you have to take the train to the Bronx and how tired you feel after you get off the train? Like, I perpetually feel that.
Then you got to walk up a hill.
Time. Yes. Like, I am exhausted. And then, like, it doesn't help that it's, like, 3 midnight, right now. Like, I just...
You also have a crazy sleeping schedule, my friend.
Not anymore.
No?
Not since I moved. I have a regular sleeping schedule. I go to bed I do go to bed early, but that's just me. I just like going to bed
You've
early.
always
So like
been that girl.
9:30, 10 o'clock, I go to bed. But I wake up at 6.
I come alive. You go to bed when I come alive.
I mean, nothing good happens at night at those hours. So,
I beg to differ. I beg to differ.
I don't know.
Now, I will, not renege. I will agree with you from our episode the other week that, when I'm able to get up in the morning and stay up, I
meant to circle back
productive.
to that.
I also agree with you about the supermarket, but I still stand by what I said that morning people are annoying as fuck.
No, T. But like, let me tell you something. I had to go to Trader Giotto's.
Trader Jose's?
Yeah, because I needed olive oil specifically from them. So, because it's cheap and it's large. So, and it's fairly good. So, it was like 9:30 in the morning. Already too late. Like,
yeah.
And mind you, I have to go because the one that's closest to me is like going to like Food Town at Atlantic, on like a Saturday afternoon. Like, no, hell, in a handbasket.
Oh, it's not. It was Stop and Shop. Now it's
Food Town.
It's Pathmark.
Oh.
Or was it Pathmark and turned to Stop and Shop?
No, it's Pathmark and turned to Stop and Shop.
Okay, then it's the Stop and Shop.
Yeah, Stop and Shop.
Anyway, it's still a supermarket. Yeah. But it's ghetto because it's at Atlantic Terminal.
That's also something to add to the list of today.
Oh, yes. Go ahead. You just go ahead and write that down.
Yeah.
Just write that down.
But anywho, week was chill. Nothing really happened.
Wait, but so what happened when you went to Trader?
Oh.
Juanita's.
Line out the ass. And
at what time?
And 9:30 in the morning. Because
was there a sale on pumpkins?
I don't know. And you would think because it's Los Angeles, since there's a lot more of them, that they would be less crowded. No.
Okay.
No. I also think this was the first day of like the Christmas release stuff. And they have like a blog and they have a whole... And the one I go to is a bunch of influencer people. And unfortunately, that's the bigger one and it has way more stuff. So I'm like, God, I have to suffer through it. But it was the launch of their Christmas item thing, I want to say.
Okay.
It was It was displays.
I got to see if Trader Joe's is selling that pecan pie filling that they sell this year.
I did not see it because it doesn't mean that it's not coming now. I don't know.
It's not like I can't make my own, but it's just, it's delicious and it's easy. So it's like if I'm able to, because that sweet potato pecan pie that I do is just yum, yum, yum. I had to, now this has been different this year. I will say this week, because I've had to prep my dry goods for Thanksgiving because I was going away and I'm, coming back like just before the holiday. In
the middle of the...
Yeah. Like when I would have already gone to get all of my things. I had to get all my like dried goods and stuff like that ahead of time. And then, now I'll go to the farmer's market like as soon as I come back, like the very next morning.
Yeah, I believe we're going to my mother's house, so I don't have to worry about that.
Oh, very nice.
I think it's just a matter of getting there, and I don't know if I don't know. I have to work out the logistics.
We're going to Crystal Jean's, but I'm still cooking all the things. I'm gonna we ordered the turkey and the ham, and then I'm gonna cook all the
Thank you. That's what I need to do. I mean, I'm way too late now. I guess I should put in an order for like Christmas. Although I could get, truth be told, the Popeyes Cajun turkey.
Okay, so I've been wondering about this.
Listen, the year that my first year at your Thanksgiving at your house, I also went to Kia's house earlier that day. And
when she made the turkey with the turkey wings. Yes,
but we also had Cortez and Asante made it a point to have a Popeyes turkey.
Very
and
good.
It was delicious. It's very flavorful and delicious. And of course you cook it to its doneness, so you control that.
Yeah.
The seasoning as well, it's very juicy. It's a rather young bird, so it's not, tough.
Okay.
Turkey can be a bit.
Now, is it very
gamey.
small?
No.
Really? It's a turkey.
It is a healthy sized turkey.
Like a 12-pounder, 16-pounder.
I want to say 16.
Okay.
It was fairly large.
Okay.
It wasn't like a whole chicken situation, no, or like a fryer. No, it was a bird.
Okay. Well, then I'm excited.
And hell, even if you're not ready even if you don't celebrate the holiday, get the turkey anyway, because it's just that good. It's a lot of protein.
I mean, do we really celebrate the holiday, or do we just gather and eat?
Well, I mean, for people who don't necessarily have,
folks
around or don't want to be around folks, because I really feel you.
Also
sometimes
a choice.
You gotta take a break from niggas.
Yeah. And let niggas take a break from you.
Yes, yes. I can't wait to do that one year. One holiday, be like, oh, family holiday. Oh, no.
Actually, we did do it. When we did it for Christmas, that was also by force, because COVID. We did it Christmas last year, but that was the first small, it was just the three of us. And that wasn't bad. Thanksgiving aside, let me find another thing to call it, is my Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's just when I go all the way out, I just let it all hang out. I get to just, I get to make and eat every single just side dish that I love to have.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with a little gluttony and hedonism on a Thursday.
Just a smudge.
It's gluttony and hedonism on a random Thursday in November. It's no judgy.
Thank you.
Sweet 99 for all you can eat while I'ma stuff my face to a funky beat. We're gonna walk inside and guess what's up? Put the food on my plate and some coke in my cup. Give me some chicken, flakes and fries, living past me and lettuce, I'm a passing by.
No, not at all.
So,
with that being said, we're going to talk about some great equalizers today.
Yeah.
So let's pay some bills. With that being said, everybody take a minute and tell your neighbor about the goodness that is our show. Tell them that you have been a fan for so long and they are racist if they don't support us. So, and homophobic. So,
they hate women.
And they hate women. They're against reproductive rights. Shout out to Ohio for codifying reproductive rights in their state constitution. Yes.
I said, look at not Ohio leading the charge.
And guess what?
It made weed legal too.
Yes, they did. And we were gagged because remember last week we said Virginia was a red state. Guess who turned blue this
You know what? You motherfucking right because of the election last week.
Yeah.
Because of the election. You ain't.
Yeah.
But let me tell y'all something. While you telling everybody to listen to Jaden XD and you're telling everybody to listen to Jaden XD and log on to I'm having a stroke. And log in and just subscribe to the Patreon and the YouTube and all of that. Also, tell your government that we do not support our tax dollars funding genocides and going towards artillery and weaponry. Okay? We don't fuck with it. We don't fuck with it over here. We don't fuck with it over there. Copy?
That's why, I'll tell you after the break.
Okay.
But yes, all that. Patreon, $9.99. You know the spiel. We have a good time. Wang dang doodle. We talk shit about all the things that we can't say on the main stage.
Yeah.
So come on, pay for cable. Come on to Patreon. And if you can't do that, this holiday season, we would love for you to subscribe to us on YouTube. It's the freest thing you can do on this world, apparently. So, just click like, subscribe, and the notification bell wherever you're listening or wherever you're watching a YouTube video so that you get a notification of when we release stuff. We drop shit on YouTube every week. We're the hardest working podcast out here. You feel me? You dig. So, with that being said, support the show, sponsors in the description box wherever you're listening. And
is there an Isaac Hayes documentary? I'm curious.
There probably is. If there isn't a real one, there's a bunch on YouTube because that's conspiracy.
No, because YouTube is how I ended up being privy to the bullshit ass Tupac Illuminati videos back in the day, and I'm not trusting a YouTube documentary ever again. No. I'm sorry. That was terrible timing.
With that being said, let's take a break and we'll be back with more Jaden XD. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. The holidays are right around the corner, and HelloFresh can help take the stress out of dinner by delivering everything you need to cook up tasty meals right to your door, saving you tons of time. Hosting this holiday, HelloFresh Market has just what you need to please a crowd without the hassle, from photo-worthy charcuterie boards to mouth-watering desserts. So y'all, let me tell you how HelloFresh is saving my holiday season. I'm not going home for the holiday because inflation and the stress of holiday travel is just something I cannot deal with this year. So we decided to host a little Friendsgiving situation. And since I'm the one that cooks in this relation, I needed some help. And y'all, HelloFresh got a whole hosting section. They got a whole Thanksgiving meal. That's for like 10 people. And it's good. Trust me. And it's so easy to get too. Just a couple of clicks. So go to HelloFresh.com/JXDFree and use code JXDFree for free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active. That's free breakfast for life at hellofresh.com/JXDfree with code JXDfree. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
And we're black.
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. Jade investigates. I can't wait for somebody to hire me to narrate a true crime documentary or a Lifetime show. Like one of them, just hire me so I can be like, she walked into the kitchen and she realized that her nigga was standing there with a pair of scissors. But
you could replace Lisa Ray, because you know she does murder mysteries like a TV show.
Have
you ever watched it?
Hell no. No, I'm sorry, no. I should have said
that. It's all black. It's black.
I'm sorry. After 4 bitches on the computer, I was like, make them all go away.
Yeah. No. It's a real show on BET. Like she is doing like unsolved mysteries, but like in black.
Hire me. I want to do it so
she's
bad.
Wearing all white. Yeah, and there's like dramatizations. It's quite.
Speaking of another one. So, do you remember that story? I think I was too caught up in my own pandemic haziness to remember this, but apparently it was this was like June 2020. I started in the end of 2019, went into June 2020. Do you remember there were 2 kids missing, like a 6-year-old and a 16-year-old, and they had they did a live sit down with like the grandmother and the aunt, and they were like, we can't find the kids, but we know they're fine. And the mother got locked up and she wouldn't tell anybody where the kids were. Do you remember that or no?
Vaguely.
Child, let me tell you about a 3-person cult. So, watched another one, okay, called Sins of Our Mother.
I was holding my kid, bitch, I'm a mother.
And it's this lady. Okay, first of all, these is all Mormons. I just want to start off with that. Everybody was Mormon. And then this lady, got married, got divorced, got married again, and then fell in love with, I guess, the nigga from church who essentially was trying to create an offshoot church of the Church of Mormon, the Church of Latter-day Saints, which is already buns. So, imagine creating an offshoot of something that's already buns. It's like buns and meat. So, this bitch gets her husband killed, gets the nigga who she got involved with, wife killed, gets her brother killed. It's like a whole trajectory of stuff so they could be together. These people think that, this lady and this nigga think that they have direct communication with God. And so, especially the nigga. And so then they start identifying and saying they have the powers to see people's energy and spirits, and started coding them and had notebooks of records of shit that they made. They're a dark 3. They're a light 2. They're a dark 2. They're a dark 1. So they had names of people that they knew and would have their classification. These classifications they made up next to their names. This bitch identifies her daughter-in-law. She has 3 kids, but her oldest son is obviously out of the house and married. Identifies her daughter-in-law, her 2 youngest kids, 16 and 6, and a whole bunch of other people as these dark 3s, dark 2s, da-da-da. So the mother just up and moves one day with the nigga. And the grandmother, after 2 months, she's like, I want to see my grandchild. My grandchildren. But the youngest one, the 6-year-old, he was autistic and they adopted him. So everybody felt extra, toward him. I miss my grandbabies. It's not like I haven't talked to them in 2 months. Oh, they're fine. They're fine. They're fine. They've been busy. We've been adjusting to our sudden move. And grandmother's like, something's not right. Puts out a wellness check. Police go, they're fine. The oldest brother's texting his 16-year-old sister. And she's like giving him these weird responses. He's like, this don't even sound like her. He's texting a happy birthday, all these things. They go do the wellness check. Oh, they're fine. Then they come back. Where's the kids at? They with the grandmother. Can't be with the grandmother. Grandmother, the one who sent the wellness check. Next, who they with? Oh, they're with my homegirl in Arizona. Her name is blah, blah, blah. You can call her right now. Then the nigga who she's dealing with calls. Hey, if the police call you, don't answer the phone. You know why? Because they lied and said the kids were with them. Come to find out. They didn't kill these kids, obviously.
Yeah.
Burned them in the backyard. Buried them. They had a pet cemetery. Buried them in shallow graves and burned them up. Because they were dark spirits. Dark energies. Then the lady didn't even say she killed the kids. The lady just kept saying, the kids are fine. Every time the news will come around, the kids are fine. The kids are just fine. Like Lost. You have to go watch it because it's 3 episodes. Very crazy. Sins of Our Mother. 3-person cult. It involved she, that nigga, and her brother, who also eventually got killed.
Wow. Sins of
Our Mother. It's on Netflix. But today we're discussing great equalizers. Things that no matter how rich, poor, black, white, whatever you are, can't escape it. It hits people the same across the board, no matter what that particular thing is. And so what got me thinking about this great equalizers was weed, honestly, if I'm being transparent with you. And actually, it was weed and it was laundry, which is first on my list because, I got to a moment, as you know, one thing they never tell you as a child is the way laundry will affect your life forever. And that one day it will show up and it would never leave.
Brown, paid, laundry duty.
Right, laundry. Laundry. Laundry.
And I said, it don't matter who you are. Laundry is going to motherfucking get you in the adult world. It is a great equalizer.
It is. It is. It is. It is.
You think Beyonce has ever washed a bra in the shower?
No.
Do y'all do that? Do y'all take your bras off sometimes and hand wash them in the shower? From time to time, I do.
Well, she may have, like on tour, maybe. She's had it quick.
Like, do you think Beyonce knows how to work a washing machine?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Enough. Stars, they're just like us. What do you have on your list?
Oh, my fave, the train. And this is New York City specific, but to make it grander, I would say traffic.
Ooh, that was next on my list, damn it. Yes.
I'll speak to both. The greatest equalizer, in New York City is the train because of traffic.
Yeah.
Because you're everybody's going in the same direction.
Yeah. Especially if everybody's going in the same direction.
Right. Like I have been on the train with celebrities.
Yep.
Numerous times.
I've been on the train with people taking a shit.
Yeah. Same. thinking of shit. I've seen people fucking on the train. Like it's a thing. But you know what? I got to where I needed to go safely. And only for, at the time, $2. So.
Oh, God. Even cheaper
How
than
much
that
are
before.
How much is it now?
$2.75.
Oh
unless it's gone up.
I moved, I think, what was it, $150 or maybe $1? It was like $150 when I moved to New York. Like,
day passes, $150.
Oh,
like,
yes.
All kind. Like,
my favorite was the week pass, the 7-day pass that they eliminated. They don't have that anymore.
They eliminated the day passes first, and then they eliminated the weekly passes, which was so crazy for me. I was like, I'm never buying a monthly. Like, I had a very hard rule that I was not buying no motherfucking monthly. I was like, you're not going to get me to pay and keep this little bitty ass piece of paper that I use to remove my nails. Like, I'm not, and you think I'm supposed to put all my faith in this one little Metro card and you don't have no kind of backup system that shows that I paid for a whole month of rides? No, fuck out of here. I'm paying 1 week at a time.
Now, not so much.
Now I don't even take the train hardly. Now that we have, you can pay with your Apple Pay while you're going through the turnstile.
Yeah, when I was there last year, I was at Fulton Stop and I took it. I used it.
I forget who came here, like has moved, and then they came home. Who was that was talking to me recently? And it was like, nigga, you can use your Apple Pay to go through the turnstile. I was like, I know. I discovered that last year. Crazy.
Yeah, that shit is fucking crazy. And then traffic. So, like, traffic is just something you just can't avoid because America doesn't believe in strengthening infrastructure.
Absolutely not.
Or promoting proper public transit.
Or like ease at all in any kind of way, shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah, no, like that is they just actively refuse. They are allergic to peace. And ease.
They said, we want you niggas to kill yourselves off stress.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
And overeating and eating red dye 40.
Which is why that nigga was on Twitter making a baked potato with fucking cheese on the ribs.
I'm sorry?
Oh, yes. There was a baked potato at a barbecue spot. I imagine this was probably in Texas. And it was the potato. And then they had a squeeze bottle of melted butter all over it, right? I was like, okay, this is starting off proper. Okay.
Yeah,
I wish they would have hit it with some like Cajun seasoning or some salt and pepper, but they didn't.
You got to hit it with an S&P.
You got to. But then they hit it they did some shredded cheese, okay? And it was like, okay. And then they did some barbecue sauce. And I was like, okay. And then they did some hot links. And then they did some brisket. And then they topped it off with some ribs. And then they put more fucking shredded cheese on top of the ribs. And while I understand a barbecued baked potato, don't ever put shredded cheese on my ribs. I thought I was talking to you about this. Maybe it was Kia. But it was so fat. Slightly delicious, but just overindulgent. Like, you don't need 3 barbecue meats on a potato.
This is the craziest barbecue item I've ever seen. It's called the Fortress. It's a full rack of baby back ribs stuffed with French fries, topped with mac and cheese, brisket, hot links, and barbecue sauce. I've never seen anything like this before, and it's definitely not a challenge, but maybe it should be. Do you think?
America runs on gout.
I was going to say, it don't run on Dunkin'.
It runs on gout and gallbladder removal.
It does. Yeah, America does run on gout. My grandfather just had a case of it.
Yeah. Wow. That's like what I tell you, that French shit you made. Gout stew.
Cassoulet! That gout stew. I told, as soon as this nigga started describing it in class, and nobody knew but I was having a fit. I was spawning a nuke in the corner. I was like, that's gout stew. Again, if you all have missed it, I will explain it to you very quickly. Cassoulet is compiled of
A French country dish.
It's a French country dish. It's essentially, they cook a pot of beans the same way that we do with some ham hock and seasonings and onion and shit. And then they put the sausage in the beans and cook the sausage in the beans, right? While that's going, you are...
Got a whole fucking rabbit.
I'm sorry, no.
And other zoo animals.
You're confying a duck.
Yeah.
So then, when you start to put everything together, it's like you get you a cast iron. You throw your pot of, you throw some beans in there, and you dice up the sausage that you cooked in the beans. You put it. Then you take apart the ham hock and spread that through, and then you like layer it, and then you hit the top of it. You shove that fucking duck confit, also the big ass pieces in the top. Then you take the fat from the confit and spread it over and breadcrumbs, and you pop it in the oven. And it was a French man explaining this to me, and I was like, "And y'all think y'all better? Y'all think y'all are better? Y'all got the nerve to tell us our food is unhealthy." And we doing the same thing.
Part 2 of that, think you're better than people who eat other cultures' food and think they're better than like. No, it's.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the French.
Yeah.
But yes.
But traffic, yes, that was my last equalizer. You can't escape it, right? Like it's just one of those things that just you sit there and you sit there and you sit there and
what the fuck? Come on, man, go! What is your problem, man? Do you know how to fucking drive? No. What? No, I don't know how to fucking drive. I don't know what.
I mean, I guess we could if we all stopped taking our cars for like 3-mile trips and actually walked or biked. But hey,
America.
I was listening to NPR and they were talking about because podcasting is an intimate and personal journey. So I was listening to NPR.
No, it is. It really is. I was talking to Amber because she was on her way home and she was an hour away from North Carolina. So she was like, "Bitch, please talk to me so I don't fall asleep at the wheel." I was like, "Okay, I'll talk to you." I said, "But definitely don't put on a podcast. You'll crash into a tree." You'll crash. It is a personal intimate journey. Continue on.
Shit, I lost my train of thought now.
NPR.
Oh, yes, the traffic. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so they were talking about how we can, one of the few ways we can eliminate a lot of traffic, it is if we promote these, and New York started to do it, these zones where that's pedestrian only. But they were like, even outside of that, just take a walk. Like, you don't have, like, if you have a grocery store down the street, walk to the store. You don't necessarily need to drive. You know what I mean? Even if you have a bunch of groceries to carry. The thing is, like, well, if that's the case, just order that too. But I mean, that's one less car off the road, right? You're not on the road. There's somebody else who's doing it. You know what I mean? Who's handling multiple orders. That's how you do it. But they were just explaining how it would be more beneficial to society because we're outside and we're walking, getting fresh air, and reducing the carbon imprint if we would just actually take within like 3-mile radius of where we live, and don't use like motorized vehicles and just actually like use a bike.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're absolutely
We have to keep the planet.
No, you're right. No.
We have to keep the planet.
I know, the planet burning. So like we got to do something.
Help her out because she's like, niggas, help me.
It's true. As I shot for a new car, that's terrible. It's awful. Let's take a break and we'll come back with some more equalizers. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Mon podcast vous plaît? Thanks to Babbel, I know what that means. Do you? Recently, I've been learning to speak French with Babbel, and you can too. Because with Babbel, you can start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks. Why Babbel? Because it works. Instead of paying hundreds of dollars for a private tutor or fooling yourself with language apps that are a little more than games, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are designed by over 150 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Babbel is designed by real people for real conversations. All of Babbel's tips and tools for learning a new language are approachable, accessible, rooted in real-life situations, and delivered with conversation-based teaching. I took French up to French 4 in high school, but that was a long time ago when dinosaurs roamed the earth. So I've lost it a little bit. So Babbel has helped me get back in le sec, and I'm back to being conversational. Studies from Yale, Michigan State University, and others continue to prove Babbel is better. For instance, one study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a full semester at college. With over 10 million subscriptions sold, Babbel is real language learning for real conversations. Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/JXD. Get 55% off at babbel.com/JXD, spelled BABBEL.com/JXD. Rules and restrictions may apply. And we're back.
Yeah. Talking about great equalizers, and I got one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Bad weaves and wigs.
Ooh.
It don't matter if you celebrity. It don't matter if you a bitch who works at the CVS. A bad weave and wig is a bad weave and wig.
Yeah, you can't cover that up.
No, you can't. And it's telling. So I watched this TikTok the other day of this girl who says she's never been one. Doing hair is not her strength. And mood, that's never been my ministry. And so she's like, I'm trying to be more adventurous. I'm trying to try new hairstyles, and I'm gonna try this shit myself. And so she, did like a hold up, they don't love you like no, that's not that. Does she have a braid in that? Whatever. She had a Beyonce braid or twist thing. She tried to do like a thing in the front, some stuff. Should have consulted YouTube. But she says while she's doing this, she goes, there's a stereotype that Black girls with white boyfriends have bad hair, and I don't want to be a statistic. So she went into this whole thing about how she has to try to learn how to do her hair. And I will say at the end of the video, she was definitely a statistic. But
I saw that video and I was like, what a weird way to just let us know you have a white boyfriend.
Also that. But what a weird way of falling right in line with the stereotype and publicizing it. And the people in the comments, it was a couple people who was like, y'all are weak. Why would you put this on? You know this girl. You're like, she's trying. And it was like, yeah, but she also put this on the internet. And nobody said the girl, should go play in traffic. They said she should go watch a YouTube video. And I watched it. And Auntie says, go watch a fucking video because you ain't gonna catch me trying to put no fucking braid in my hair. And I ain't looked at every tutorial that I possibly could.
Yeah, I have. Listen, I've been wanting to say this shit for so long publicly, but
let the hate out your heart.
Yeah, but the statistic is right. Like that type of couple lends itself to a specific aesthetic. And it repeats itself every time.
Different ways.
That's the cleanest way I could say that.
Yeah. Picked up what you was putting down. I picked it up.
Y'all not gonna cancel me.
I already said it. I said, I already know when somebody don't have no black friends. I can tell by your leave out. So
yes, I could tell by people who do not have a particular type of friends and only, hang out with a particular type of ilk. I can imagine that the aesthetics would match that.
Just leave the weave. Just leave it alone. Like, if it's not blending, sister, go get your ends trimmed and rock out with your stuff out.
Yeah.
Rock it on out. Like, just wear your fro, do whatever, wear baldy, be a baldy baddie. But don't let these people fuck you up. But see, this is because you don't have proper community around you. But bad weaves and wigs are great equalizers. Because like I said, it don't matter what setting you're in. It's still a bad weave. Or wig. Or those very aggressive mutant baby hairs that are coming around.
Oh my gosh. Why is it so aggressive? Muy agresivo.
It's like 90s, but make it Power Ranger or something. I don't know. People is like taking whole, like it's like this, and then they, curling it up and brushing it down.
I don't get
it. This is my baby hair. It looked like a Tyler Perry microphone.
I'm gonna give me some Kool-Aid.
What you got?
My next one is, I don't know, it's like a 2-for-1. But Fridays and the first of the month. So the first of the month is an equalizer for everybody because that's when your mortgage is due, your rent is due, most of the time your car payment is due. Every motherfucker is due on the first of every month.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, let's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, let's wake up, wake up. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Wake up, wake up.
And unless if you live in the mountains, in the Caucasus Mountains, if you will, and or Smoky Mountain, you got to pay something on the first.
You got to pay something. Because you know what else is a great equalizer? The IRS.
Yeah. They are.
The IRS.
But that's why I said
equalizer.
right. Mr. FICA. But that's why I said Fridays is a great equalizer, right? Because Friday represents a payday. So if you don't get paid on this Friday, you might get paid on another Friday. You know what I mean? If not the first.
Just got paid.
It's a
Friday night.
Yeah. Fridays are a great equalizer. It tells a story. It's the end of the week. You let your hair down. Everybody has a Friday story.
That's true. No matter who you are. Except Beyonce. Because she's like, God damn it, I got a show on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should just call this this episode Except Beyonce.
Everybody but Beyonce.
But honestly, Beyonce is not she's not
she goes to
exempt
7-Eleven
from
with her nigga and gets like Takis and shit. She does shit like that.
Yeah,
so
she's not exempt. And also
she's not like,
they've been telling me recently what this perfume smells like. And bad taste is also a great equalizer. Let me stop. I haven't smelled that perfume. Honestly, everybody keeps saying it smells like aunties and grandmas. And I'm like, well, I like rose and patchouli. And y'all hate it.
All the rich, expensive shit that all the rich white bitches wear smells like that. So, like...
Does it have any muskiness to it or no? See, that seems like a Virgo quality to me. I feel like we like something that has a nice balance of a musk and like maybe a bit of a floral, but like not too crazy.
I will say when I smelled it at the show, it's something. It's not something that you would wear every day. It's more of like a fall winter fragrance. I can't imagine
wearing it in the summer.
Wearing that in the summer. It's very heavy.
Which, I mean, that she released it before fall and winter, so maybe that's what she intended for. I need to smell it. Everybody talking about Estee Lauder and White Diamonds, so I need to see what it smells like. It's $160.
Yeah, but I don't believe in buying scents at full price at now. Now, what I do is I will get the travel size because, before I buy the bottle, right? Because what I've spent so much money on colognes and shit that would smell all right from the sample, but then on me after a shower,
you
whatever,
don't love it.
It don't vibe with queers. So like,
stop it.
I have to. I was just
phobic scents.
Yes. Yes.
This scent hates women and gays.
Yes. Too much bergamot. Hates sissies.
Isn't it crazy how scents translate so differently on everybody? Because I swear to God, Santana put this tobacco and leather and something more, and it smelled so good. And I sprayed that bitch on me, and it smelled like Raid. It was awful. It was awful.
Like, example, I bought this Cartier cologne. It smells great on Chris Rogers, but on me, it smells like I'm in Pine Sol. So, like, right.
What does that mean? Are we a dark 3?
Yes, we're going to be buried in a shallow grave at a pet cemetery.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Imagine!
No,
oh my god!
Oh my god!
I will haunt everybody.
I already intend to do that.
Just for shits and gigs.
I've already got plans.
Yeah. Have a list. All the people I pray for my downfall.
Starting with Terrence Fontaine.
I'll just roll it over.
Nigga, every time your foot goes numb, I just want you to know that it's me. Tell
oh my gosh, I realized I have I haven't updated my downfall list in a while.
Wait, you actually pulled up your downfall list?
Yeah.
Mine is short and potent. So I know it's like it's committed to memory.
Most of them I can't say. I think one of them is like, oh yeah, my first grade teacher, Miss Rice. She's I'm sure, but still. And like Michael Rappaport, you know.
I don't care enough about him.
Barney the dinosaur.
Why?
Because he... Because they didn't teach shit. I'm fucking Barney. That I love you, you love me. No, Sesame Street was more real because they were in. It was New York, and they had real issues.
No, absolutely.
Oscar was the homeless man that lived underneath the train.
He was.
You had Big Bird, the big lesbian that's on the block. Yeah,
with the hips.
Yes. Yeah, no. There's Elmo, the inquisitive, the precocious kid on the block.
Yeah,
the Troy of if you will.
Yes.
There's always a Mr. Hooper in every hood. So like,
Snuffleupagus was also a baddie.
Mm-hmm,
she was a baddie.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was a doll.
Bert and Ernie were like, because of the times, they were the roommates, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what's her face in Women of Brewster Place? Remember when they had the
when she was watching them through the window?
Yeah.
I see what y'all be doing. Pop.
Yeah. Who else is on here? Sissy Houston. Yeah. Stacey Francis.
Oh, these are not like people from your personal life.
Oh, no, there's the creative Arby's. No. And then I have a list of like random strong opinions. I don't know why I just looked this up, but I have this. So like open floor plans.
Why do you hate an open floor plan so bad?
I'm so glad you mentioned this because I watched.
Because you brought this up before, and I just don't get it.
Because it's a lot of pressure on making on defining a space in the open, right?
Sound like you need to go talk to the lady about your indecisiveness.
And I don't like especially in cooking scenarios, like how the whole it fills up every space. Why can't we just have a kitchen room? Why can't we just have a dining room? We have a bathroom. Why can't everything else have a room?
Because it just feels so closed off and cut up.
Or just get a bigger room.
What?
As much as I've never heard of any in defense of open concept that's made sense to me. Just so it's open and airy. You can have open and airy.
Yeah, so we can look at each other. Things be feeling close. They be feeling tight and closed when they're all cut up and closed off. Whereas when you have it, if things flow, the air flows. You're able to be in more community while you're in the kitchen, and your family can be integrated, or your dog, or whoever the fuck, your ghosts.
Huh.
Yeah, as a person, I feel like I would cook even more and really enjoy it if I had a much more open kitchen and a more open concept.
I feel if you just had a larger kitchen, you would say that.
Yeah, but I don't want the kitchen closed off.
Okay, so what if you had if you had a home and you had your kitchen is the kitchen, but the next door or whatever is outside. You have a backyard, right?
Okay. That might not feel as tight because then that kind of flows out to something else. But I'm also not.
I'm all about.
No, you're anti open floor concepts.
I'm not. I have an open floor I have an open floor plan now in my house, but in my head, and as the homeowner, I know that I definitely want defined spaces in a home. And the best way to do that is with walls.
You want a formal living room too, don't you?
Oh, I do.
I know it.
I do. I want it, and I want it sunken.
Oh, wait. Oh, I want a sunken living room. Now I want it. Because baby, mama loves a good 60s Mad Men style. I love a mid-century. I love a sunken living room.
I want it to look like we do coke, even though we don't.
Yeah, that's my ultimate dream. Yes.
Yeah.
It's my ultimate dream.
I don't, yeah.
And see, that can be open to a degree. A sunken living room is not you don't walk into a doorway and then go into a sunken living room.
No. But we'll have to go through it and go through examples. House hunters.
We'll have a Nigga Textual Digest episode.
Yes. But in relation to equalizers, I do have one.
Okay.
That's check cashing places.
No.
And I'm going to tell you why. Although it is check cashing places are a product of industrial racism, white people definitely take in part of that.
Oh, absolutely.
Just like white people steal and they're responsible for all the reasons why we have all of our retail shit locked up in Targets and shit.
Oh, because they steal for sport.
Because it's easy for them to get off.
Yeah.
But check cashing places. So there is, regardless of who you are, you get paid. And there are moments where you have to get paid instantly. And not everybody's bank has the ability to cash checks and shit like that. Even if you belong to one, right? And you need that money quick, fast, and in a hurry. Sometimes you're willing to pay to take that $33 off to get your $2K. You know what I mean? It is. I
mean, I ain't been above it.
It is a predatory place.
It is.
But hey,
it's like payday loans.
Yeah. But it's also one of those things that people actually still use because, again, the world sucks and doesn't support their own, especially, America and its own people. So we have to resort to these things, right? Industrial racism. But even white people participate in it because they can't help it. because they poor too.
Speaking of not poor white people, but a great equalizer, no matter if you are rich, poor, black, white, family drama.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, the richer and the whiter you are, the messier it is.
The billionaire philanthropists Bill and Melinda Gates have announced they are to divorce. The couple, who run the world's biggest charitable foundation together, have been married for 27 years. Our North America correspondent Peter Bowes reports.
Yeah, because y'all kill each other.
Oh, yeah, baby, okay? Like I said in Sins of Our Mother, because these niggas kept getting life insurance policies cashed out for all of the people that they was killing.
You see? I told you.
Yeah.
It's fucking insurance scams. They all...
Isn't that crazy? Like, you're in a family and you don't know if a nigga will kill you.
I know. That's why unconditional love is a farce.
That's why Harry Potter's mama, when she came to the Philippines, said, love is not enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they have shown us. Did you watch The Fall of the House of Usher yet?
No, I have been just knee deep in 2020 because I've been trying to recap. No, not the year 2020.
I know the show, but I'm still but
they're 90-minute episodes, dog.
It's just you on a 2020 binge for me. I mean, I can't talk too much shit. I've clearly been on a binge of murder.
You know what? You know what it is. It's mainly because of laziness. So
I know, I get it.
Yeah. Well, because the Netflix thing, right? It's so much for us to share an account. Whatever. It's the Blackish show about nothing. I don't care. It's so much for us now to share an account. Yeah. It's so that on my other televisions, I just be like, oh, fuck it. I don't feel like signing in or whatever. So Hulu is the only thing that I really have signed in and Max or whatever.
Okay.
So Hulu has all the shit that's why when you were like, oh, it's a Hulu doc. I'm like, oh, I can watch this because I don't have to sign in to Netflix and do that, temporary passcode thing. And
it's all going to take you all of 90 seconds. You need to do it so you can watch Sins of Our Mother.
Well, I'm on bootleg.
What?
Shout out to one of the Agents of Chaos before we go. Y'all been holding us down. One of the Agents of Chaos gave me a digital copy of a Divas Christmas Carol so we could watch it together.
What?
Yeah.
Shout out to you all. Okay.
Yeah.
Even though y'all been talking shit lately, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I shout out to y'all.
Yeah. I forgot about that. That's all I got for today.
I think my last one is probably pooping.
Yes. Everybody Poops. It's a great book.
Yeah. Everybody poops. It doesn't matter. Even Beyonce. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all next week for Thanksgiving. Yes, we will be here. We will be on for Black Friday. Actually, for Black Friday. So we'll see you there. In the meantime and in between time, check out the Patreon, the YouTube, and all that in between. Bye.
Bye.
Yes,